Hi friends, David here from Learn Stage Lighting, and today we're looking at this funky thing over here, this guy right here. This is the Mega Lite Vintage Scoop Q32. We're going to tell you what we like about it, what we don't like about it, and why maybe you should consider this for your stage. Let's dive in. Alright, so recently Mega Lite offered to send me a demo of this fixture, get our opinion, and share it, which is what we're going to do here in this video. So we have, for multiple years, really liked the Deco system from Mega Lite. It's a great system where you essentially have these LED drivers, this is one of their bigger ones, that sit in a rack, output via Cat6 cable to your lights, and then it's a simple, easy, low-cost wiring way to get some really interesting fixtures into your stage without breaking the bank and just really filling a good void. The Deco Scoop, the vintage scoop here, is a really interesting fixture in my mind because it kind of straddles between Mega Lite's Circa Scoop fixtures and gives you something for smaller spaces that's maybe not quite as bright, not quite as feature rich, but offers, a really interesting, good price and good set of features, is really easy to deploy and looks really good. So I'm actually going to go ahead and flick off my driver for a second so we can look at the scoop without the lights on themselves. Okay, so the Circa Scoop, as you can see, is this really kind of ornate gold scoop looking thing. There's a lot of things comparable on the market right now that cost many, many times what this fixture, a number of these fixtures in a driver costs. Okay, so it's basically got this kind of gold interior. You can check it out, sites on their site, that kind of has this interesting paint treatment to it that give it kind of a rustic look. Okay, then it has this black centerpiece, which of course the LEDs are sitting behind. It's 4 colors, so it's red, green, blue, and warm white, meaning that you're able to really color up this gold really nicely, and it really pops in natural white type hues, pastels, but also the deeper colors. So as you see here, we'll kick it into our color scroll just on our driver itself, nice and simple, and you can see it looks really great in every color. Gold really pops the most, of course, in anything from the green to red spectrum to yellows. In the blues, it's a little more subdued. And you see gold on the edge, but of course it kind of gets washed out in the middle because you're not firing any gold color when you're in a direct blue. In terms of light emission, you're going to see some light come out of it. You see, if I'm right up next to this thing on stage as a musician, in a band setting, in a church setting, whatever, I get a little bit of a glow from it, right? It makes my hand glow a little bit, but it's not as intense as like a typical LED fixture like we have here. It's really cool not having a direct view LED on it, but having this pan that reflects it around, because this is something that you can use in smaller performance venues or churches where you want something to give you that ambience of like a blinder type fixture, okay? But you, A, don't want to spend the money on a bunch of dedicated blinder type fixtures, and B, you don't want to blind people even when you turn them up to like 5%. These guys, you're able to bring them up and down up to their full percentage, 100% to 0, get smooth dimming. It looks really nice, really artistic, and just a really cool way to add that ambience to your show. The negatives. So these guys connect via Cat6. Any Cat6 cable you use, whether you made it or you buy it, use a tester to test the cable before you plug it in every time. I love these Sperry testers that come in 2 parts. You can get them on Amazon. You can get them lots of places. They're not the cheapest tester, but they're very reliable. I've had this one for years. And you can separate the 2 ends, which helps for cables that are installed in a wall, right? And so test it. Always test it first. That lets you know you have the right cable too, because of course, if you hook the driver up to an actual network, you will probably frag your network switch. I'm going to almost guarantee you that. It's just the right thing to do. Other than that, the handles on the side are nice for adjusting it. You can see I can actually take this and I can literally make this an overhead light, like on a table or something. I can take it and I can point it at the wall, and you can see we have a soft light on the wall matching our color scroll. But more often than not, you're gonna face it, straight forward or slightly down towards your people, and it does a good job. The knobs on the handle are a really good form factor for tightening down such a large fixture. As you can see, it is quite large, but it weighs, almost nothing. It's like 2 pounds or something, I forget. Look at the spec, or we'll put it on the screen. But it doesn't weigh a lot. I think because of that, even though the yoke is fairly hefty, it does have some give in it. It has a little bit of sway in it. It bounces a little if you touch it. Again, not a huge issue, but just something to be aware of, that it's not quite as rock solid as something else like these Deco tubes, the light pipes. These are a physical piece of truss, and if I try to shake this and move it, it really doesn't. But you can see that guy kind of going to town as I shake the truss entirely. It's got a little bit of wiggle to it. Overall, I don't think it's bad. I think it's just something to be aware of. It terminates to Cat6 natively, so be careful making those connections, but Mega does use the female connector on the fixture, so it's fairly hard to break the pins on them. You really, have to be pretty rough with them. I would say if you're in like a rental house, portable setup, gigging musician, etc., you probably shouldn't do a Deco version of this. They have their Circus Scoop, their smallest one, which is actually really close in price when you consider you need a driver and the fixture in this model. But if you like the look, you like the rustic look, and you're, semi-installed or permanently installed, where you move things around occasionally, or, permanent, these could be a really great fit for you. It's a cool fixture. It's smooth. It's not blinding. It's very artistic. And I think it could be a good place, especially if you're considering other Deco fixtures in your space. You can just add these on, maybe not have to get a bigger driver, and be able to have a little bit of candy on your stage that looks interesting, gives you a ambience, gives you a glow, gives you an aesthetic to your stage, but isn't going to blind people, isn't going to be harsh, etc. And that, I think, is really cool. So check it out. We've got it at Learn Stage Lighting Gear. We'd love to help you put a Deco package together. Just reach out through our contact form or add stuff to your cart, request a quote. We love to help and help people find exactly what they need and be able to get it as well. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day. See ya.